I am Zeinab Harris Badr, board member of the Arab American Association of New York. Dr. Jaber, when he built the Arab American Association New York in early 2001, in late 2001, early 2002, it was a lot of people thought it's very difficult to build organization to help all the Arabic community. Like everyone, doesn't matter the religion, the color, the age, the gender. A lot of people thought it's very, very difficult. But I learned from Dr. Jaber, whatever job is difficult, it make it easy. Dr. Jaber went through a lot to build this organization. Dr. Jaber sacrificed things no money can buy it. I have all the respect for Dr. Jaber as a doctor, as a brother, as the father, as a friend, as the president of the Arab American Association, as a human being who served his community with love and dignity and honesty. Dr. Jaber is a legend, and I don't think so the history will repeat the legacy of Dr. Jaber. Dr. Jaber is a kind person, passionate, and a person who sacrificed a lot for his community and for a lot of people in this community. He stand up for our rights as Muslim community in New York, as Arab American. He stood to help a lot of youth, young generation, the new generation of the Arabic community here. This organization serves so many people. It's been almost 19 years and still going, and still Dr. Jaber sacrificing everything for the sake of the Arab American Association and for our community. I met Dr. Jaber like 35 years ago. I was involved with the Arab Women Association of New York. I used to present New York for the women, and I asked his help to support our organization, which he did. His kindness and humble, and he respect a lot. Like he respect women and he respect individual. Doesn't matter like the religion or the race or the gender or whatever. Like he respect he respect people a lot. Like I never heard him say bad word about any person, even if this person hurt him or hurt his feeling. Always he have the good faith and inside him, and he translated to other people. Dr. Jaber, I remember a story. There is a lady, she used to come every month to the Arab Association when it started in the beginning. I know this lady, she comes to the Arab Association and she asked me about Dr. Jaber. And I asked her what you need him for. I know her before a little bit. So Dr. Jaber wasn't here, so she left. When Dr. Jaber came, I was here stationed like every Wednesday. I help my community to do the Medicaid and the medical benefit for the people. And I told him, this lady, her name, she came here. He told me, yeah, poor lady, her husband died and he leave her with 5 kids and I'm helping her. I said, what kind of help you helping her? He told me, I pay her rent, $850 every month. I said, but her husband is alive because I know them. He's in back home. She came because he have no papers, but she came to visit her kids. She's a visitor. She's not. She have 2 boys here. And he told me, no, she's a widow. I said, no, she's not, because I know her very well. And then we find out Dr. Jaber was paying about like 6 months, he was paying her rent. And he pay her rent without even check in her or doubt her. Like if someone asks for assistance or help, Dr. Jaber run right away to help, and he doesn't go check background about these people if they are like a truthful people or they are like not telling the truth. He always put the good doubt inside these people. So this is one of the stories. And then what happened? She was using. It's Dr. Jaber from his money, you have to know. It's not Jam'iyya in that time. We have zero money. Like we have to collect donation to survive. Dr. Jaber used to pay the rent for the organization for many years. Like he pay a lot. If it wasn't for Dr. Jaber, nobody thought about the Arabic community and the struggle they have. Actually, Dr. Jaber was thinking to build the Arab American Association of New York before even September 11. These things start in 1999. Like I was working with the Health Plus Insurance, like some kind of city insurance, like Medicaid. And I met with him 2 meetings with other co-worker, and he was planning to open something for the Arabic community, like to be united, to see what they need, like to help the people who need it, who need it the most. So he was thinking since 1999. After September 11, there is so many bad things happened to the Arabic community. Like it's back. What I'm gonna say, like what happened in September 11, it wasn't like it's only back for like hurt the American people. It hurt both the American people and the the Arab American community too. Both of them was the victim and suffering from what happened from the terrorist attack, both of them. So in that time he felt it's very, very important to build something to help the people who need it, and to show in the same time like there is a support for you from the American people for you. And we receive in that time a lot of support from many American organization, to support his work. And he was working day and night with Basma Atwi, one of the founder of the Arab American Association, with him. Both of them, they stay working day and night about 6 months non-stop until this organization had born. So he was thinking about it before it born, like before 2001.
And after September 11th, there obviously was a lot of people, for bad reasons, for wrong reasons, who were very angry at Arab Americans and who had a lot of hate for Arab Americans. Was Dr. Jaber ever scared starting the association and standing up as a proud Arab?
He stand up for his community. He stand up for his dignity, for his professional work. He stand up as Arab American, and he wasn't scared. He's a brave man, believe it or not. He is very brave man. And if he wasn't, he will never do this. He will never found this organization. He went through a lot. He went through a lot of things. I don't want to mention details, but he went through a lot financially, emotionally, reputation, professionally. Like he sacrificed so many things. As I told you before, there is no money can replace it. Like there is 13 things you cannot buy it with money. Dr. Jaber sacrificed. And he doesn't want us to talk about his sacrifice, like what he sacrificed. He keep it to himself and to us because we know about it. Like he doesn't brag about his work. He doesn't brag about his kindness. He doesn't brag what he do. Like doesn't matter how he helped so many people in the community, you will never hear the word from him. If I find out or any board member find out, we find out from the people who received the assistance. It's not from Dr. Jaber. I know he grew up as an orphan. That's what I know. And I know he built himself and he got a scholarship to Iraq to study as a doctor. And that's all what I know about him. I know he loved his country very, very much. And one time he said, the Arab American Association to change the Arab community life, if we couldn't change it or support to change our people back in Palestine, at least we can change the life of the people who live here. This Arab American Association to stand up and had been built and found to take care and stand up for the new Arab American generation, whatever their religion and their faith and their belief and their gender or whatever. This is what he felt like. If I cannot do it for my kids, because his kids grow up already, I can do it for the other people, children. We can do it for our grandkids. We want to give them something, like some kind of support. When they grow up, they find it is ready for them. He's a man of faith, and what is incredible about him, that he respects all the other people's faith. Dr. Jaber, it's a good Muslim, and he's a good friend of the Jewish community, and he's a good friend of the Christian community. And Dr. Jaber, through the Arab American Association, he brought all religion in one, united under helping other people. Like we have Jewish people who support us and we support their cause, like whatever they need, and they support us. We have Christian people involved in our American Association. All religion we have. So Dr. Jaber love his religion and he respect other people religion a lot. Dr. Jaber delivered over 5,000 newborn babies to the Arabic community and non-Arabic community. As a professional person, he delivered 5,000 newborn babies.
Wow.
Dr. Jaber, he became important to the Arabic community through all the things he provided. Like we used to have lessons for English classes. Sorry, still we have it, sorry. Immigration. We have mental health. We used to have Dr. Soha Farawat. She's a mental health doctor. She used to volunteer here. She's a friend of Dr. Jaber. I don't know if she knows Dr. Jaber okay or not. She used to take care of the mental health client for free. Dr. Jaber had been honored with so many organizations around USA. Dr. Jaber became international hero for the Arabic community and non-Arabic community. Like he's have friends with other organization. I don't know all the names, but maybe somebody else when you interview with them, they know the names, but I don't know all the names. Dr. Jaber brought attention for the struggle of the Arabic community after September 11. Dr. Jaber brought the police department with the Arabic community together. Dr. Jaber brought the churches of the American or the churches of the Christianity to support the Arabic community to stand for them. Dr. Jaber brought so many things. I wish I can remember all the details, but Dr. Jaber brought so many things and united a lot of people together from different faith and different religion, different race, and so many different things. What I know about Dr. Jaber, that Dr. Jaber, like if he have a pain in his heart, nobody can hear it. He keep it to himself. You will never know if Dr. Jaber in pain or not.
Wow.
What his legacy? Actually, I cannot describe it, but it's gonna go from generation to generation. And to admire and respect Dr. Jaber, what he provide and what he did to the Arabic community for the first generation and to the second generation and the people who came before the two generation. It doesn't matter, whatever I want to say about Dr. Jaber, already the community knows who's Dr. Jaber. Dr. Jaber doesn't need me to say who's Dr. Jaber actually, because everybody in the Arabic community from all villages or countries, I mean other states, they know Dr. Jaber. Even back home, he been honored with a big organization for his legacy and for his work in USA, in Brooklyn. Like he's one of a kind. I'm scared we're not gonna have someone like him. Just I'm praying like one day we will have someone who follow Dr. Jaber's steps. I wish Dr. Jaber to feel better and to get well, and I wish him the best health, and I hope so we see him as a president of the Arab American Association for a long time.